Hey, what is up, Internet? Kyle here, Slapshot Toys. It is the end of 2017, which means one thing, we have to do a best of. So we are going to do our top 10 action figures of 2017. So let's not delay that any further. Here's number 10. Coming in at number 10, we have the New York Comic Con or the Fall Convention exclusive Funko Pop Black Chrome Batman. Now this was exclusive to Barnes & Noble. I know this is just a repaint of other Batman figures, but I just think the black chrome and just kind of how shiny and how metallic he is just really gives off a really freaking cool vibe. Just really looks like a cool Batman piece. Super happy to have it in my collection. That is why it's at number 10. Coming in at number 9, we have our first hot toy, and this is the Netflix Daredevil. Now, I'm a massive Daredevil fan, and I know this is kind of low on my list from what I anticipated it would be when I first pre-ordered him last year, but due to some of the kind of worry about damaging the suit and some of the kind of flimsy details like the knee pads, I kind of made this drop a little bit lower on my list. I still love this figure. I think the face sculpts are amazing. Both details that are on the suit are extremely screen accurate. And I think that the overall aesthetic of the figure is fantastic. It's just not as posable or dynamic as I expected it to be. So that is why it's number 9. Coming in at number 8, we have the Walgreens exclusive Superior Spider-Man Funko Pop. Now, I absolutely love this character design. I love the Superior Spider-Man storyline. So the second that this was announced was a figure I had to have, immediately grabbed one up. And this thing definitely did not disappoint. I love the paint apps on this. I love the black. I love the red. I think the eyes came out fantastic. The way they used the matte around the edges and then that nice glossy there for the actual eyes. I think everything about this figure is amazing. And this is definitely one of my favorite pop vinyls of my entire collection. And that is why it is number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have another hot toy. This is the Civil War Winter Soldier. Now, Winter Soldier is another one of my favorite Marvel characters, definitely one of my favorite characters from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I am super excited to have this figure in my collection. I think the face sculpt just absolutely screams Sebastian Stan. The suit, for as limited as it is, only being combat pants and a leather jacket basically, look as good as they could make it. The accessories, like the guns and everything, look fantastic, but the thing that stands out the most, other than the face sculpt, is that metal arm, and I think with the chrome detailing that they put on that thing, it just looks fantastic. Now, other than the guns, this figure was a little bit accessory light, and there really wasn't a whole lot, like I said, detailing on the suit or anything like that, so that is why it is only number 7 on my list, but this is definitely, in my opinion, the best representation of Bucky Barnes from any of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies so far. Interested to see if they make another one for Infinity War or not, but I am super excited to have this in my collection, and it's definitely my favorite Winter Soldier figure. Coming in at number 6, we have the Marvel Legends Vulture. Now, this was from a 2-pack that came with the Spider-Man that was a Walmart exclusive, but I mainly bought the 2-pack just for this Vulture figure. Now, I'm a huge Vulture fan. He's one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, and I wanted a comic-accurate or somewhat comic-accurate version of the character, and Marvel Legends definitely delivered with this one. The wingspan alone is absolutely impressive. All the paint apps, I love the green that they used. It definitely has some of the more modern feel from the cartoons and things like that, but it definitely kind of has a more comic look than the one from Spider-Man Homecoming. Love that we are given the unmasked sculpt as well as the helmeted sculpt. I actually display this with the unmasked on, and he's holding the helmet. I think that looks really cool, and I'm just super excited and happy to have this Vulture in my collection. That is why he is number 6. Coming in at number 5, we have another Marvel Legend. This one is the classic Bullseye. Now, Bullseye is probably in my top 3 villains in the entire Marvel Universe. I love Bullseye. He is my favorite Daredevil villain, and as soon as I saw this figure, I knew I had to have him, and Marvel Legends, once again, definitely did not disappoint. The 2 head sculpts are absolutely stunning. All the detail in the figure, all the accessories that it came with. I love the little kind of knife throwing hand. I think that just sends the figure over the top. All the paint apps are super clean. They got all the details from Bullseye in the comic, and I could not, as a Bullseye fan, I could not be happier with this figure. That is why I put him number 5 on my top 10 figures of 2017. Coming in at number 4, we have my first ever Mezco 112 collective figure. Now this was a New York Comic Con or Mezco Online exclusive. Yellow suit, tiger suit, 90s, whatever you want to call it, Wolverine. And this figure just blew me out of the water. I was extremely impressed with how amazingly detailed this figure was. Everything from the paint apps to the soft goods to the face sculpts to all the accessories. And honestly, the biggest part is how posable this figure was. This is so much fun to just pose around and take pictures of. I absolutely love this figure, and it's definitely driven me to want to get some more Mezco 112 collective figures. That is why this Wolverine is at the 4th spot. Coming in at number 3, we have another hot toy, and this is from the video game masterpiece series. This is the Arkham Knight Batman. I absolutely love this figure. I love everything from the armor plating to all the detailing in the suit to the amazing face sculpt to the amazing cowl, all the accessories that he came with. Everything about this figure is absolutely phenomenal, except for one thing, and that is the posability. Unfortunately, with kind of how rubbery and how spandexy the suit is, I'm very afraid of damaging the suit by permanently kind of moving it around and having it permanently stretch and things of those nature. But other than that, I mean, just everything about this figure is phenomenal. If you're a fan of the video game series, if you're a fan of Batman, I highly, highly, highly recommend this figure. This is one of the best hot toys I've ever seen. Even though it's based on a video game, not the movies. This is just a wonderful Batman piece to have. And honestly, right now, this is probably the centerpiece in my Batman collection. That is why it's number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have the Hot Toys Netflix Daredevil Season 2 Punisher. I'll be honest with you, I did not expect to like this figure as much as I did. I bought it because I really liked the Punisher in Daredevil Season 2, and I thought all the prototype images looked really, really good, and I just liked the Punisher. And when it showed up, I got it out of the box, and I could not believe how amazing this figure is. Everything from the accessories to the details on the suit to, I mean, just the posability to the amazing face sculpt that really captured John Barenthal. This figure is absolutely amazing. My only gripe with this figure is the fact that it comes with a Daredevil stand that says Daredevil on it, not Punisher. So that is a little bit of a kind of letdown by Hot Toys, but in no way does that represent this figure as a whole. So definitely not going to knock it down any more pegs. Like I said, I could not believe how much I love this figure. This is a figure that every time I come down to my collection, I immediately look at. If you're able to get your hands on this at a reasonable price, this is a definite must-own hot toy. This is one of those hot toys that if you buy it and this is your first one, you're doomed because it's going to just absolutely wreck any other figure. That is why it is my number 2 figure of 2017. And that brings us to my number 1 figure of 2017. That's right, it is the Hot Toys Doctor Strange. I'll be honest with you, when the movie first came out, I didn't know a whole lot about Doctor Strange. I had seen him in maybe some Spider-Man issues, seen him in like the Spider-Man cartoon, those type of things. I knew the general overall kind of concept of Doctor Strange, but I had never read any of the comics, really wasn't into the character a whole lot, and I left that theater blown away of just how amazing that movie was. Everything from the visuals to the acting to the script. I absolutely loved it. I think that Doctor Strange is in my top 3 Marvel movies of all time. It's that good. And immediately, as soon as I saw this figure and the sculpt of Benedict and just everything about it, I had to have it since I love the movie so much. The figure came. I knew I would like it, but I didn't know how much it was actually going to just kind of blow me away. And everything about this figure is stunning. The soft goods are second to none to any hot toy I've ever purchased. The detailing, the amount of detail that they put into this thing, between all the robes, all the accessories, all the spell effects, to like the scarring on the hand, to the amazing face sculpt, to the unreal hair, to the cloak that has bendy wire in it so it actually holds its shape. The posability of this figure is unreal. There's no other hot toy that I have that I've been able to get so easily into the poses that I want and have him look so good in my display case. And this is one figure I'm not afraid at all to keep him in dynamic poses all the time. It's just so well designed, so well thought out. This is just an unbelievable figure. And it has just kind of started this whole kind of love affair with me and Doctor Strange. This is a character I've been following a lot more recently due to the movie and this figure and everything else, and it's just... this is probably, I don't want to say it's my favorite hot toy, but it's definitely up there. Once again, much like Punisher, anytime I look at my collection, this is the figure that my eye directly goes to, and it is one that no matter what happens to my collection, this is one I will never get rid of. It's that dang good. If you're a Doctor Strange fan and you're able to get this as well, definitely don't even hesitate, just get it. Even if you have to pay a little bit over retail, get it. It is that amazingly good. This is the epitome of hot toys. This is the figure that people come over and you say, okay, what's so special about a hot toy? This is the figure you show them. And that is why the Hot Toys Doctor Strange is my top figure of 2017. So that is going to do it for my top 10 figures of 2017. It was an absolutely wonderful year of collecting. Got a ton of awesome stuff. It was kind of hard to narrow it down to just 10. But 2018 is going to be even better. That is going to be my year of hot toys. Already have a ton pre-ordered. I think that's pretty much the line I'm going to focus on the most in 2018. Probably get some little Spiderman things and Batman things here and there. But overall, it's going to be pretty much strictly hot toys, maybe a couple Mezcos. But it's going to be an awesome year. Can't wait to do 2018 top 10. And 2017 has just been an awesome year. The channel's grown quite a bit. Thank you to all who have subscribed and commented and interacted. It really does mean a lot to me. It's really cool to see the channel grow. So super thankful for that. But once again, that is going to do it for me this evening. If you guys liked any of the figures that was in my top 10, if any of these figures are in your top 10, let me know what your top 10 is in the comments. Love to talk to you guys. Give me a thumbs up if you guys liked this video. Thumbs down if you didn't. Not a big deal either way. Love to interact with you, so either one's fine. And go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already done so. That way you don't miss on any future content. Like I said, 2018 is going to be my year of hot toys, so expect a ton of hot toys reviews and just a lot of fun stuff. So once again, I want to thank you guys so much for checking out these videos. And that's going to do it for me this evening. So probably until 2018. I'll see you guys later.